This might be the cutest spring DIY I've made. We are going to make a carrot wreath. I made one already, so I'm gonna make another one. I think I have a better way to put it together and it's a little bit less expensive. So stick with me as I show you how to make a carrot wreath. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take this floral cone that is made of foam and I'm gonna cut it in half. And then afterwards, I'm gonna put some floral wire in the top, and I'm also gonna put this on top, also cut in half, so that it is flat on the back and can lay against the door nicely. Kitchen knife that I no longer use. I'm gonna carefully cut it in half. And I'm going to do the same with the little half cylinder. And I've got these two pieces. And they're going to go together like that. I am going to take this floral wire and I'm going to cut it in half with my floral pliers. And then after I do that, I'm going to stick these, I'm going to do 3 of them, straight into the cone, making sure that I'm going straight down so it doesn't poke out of the sides. Push them, it'll work out. Okay, once I have one like that, I'm going to add hot glue, and I am using my hot glue on a low temperature just so that it doesn't melt the foam. Next, I'm just going to take this top piece and push it right on. Just like that. Here is the fun part. This is also the part where this craft can get a little expensive. So what I did this time is I went and just bought some flowers on Amazon. I think this pack was like 20 bucks, maybe 25. I will double check and I will link everything that I'm utilizing in the description. But this came with a good variety of different flowers. So pretty. And then I got just a few extra filler ones, like tiny little rose buds, and then these just in case. But hopefully maybe I won't have to use these ones. We'll see. I'm just gonna go through the flowers and find the smaller ones. The smaller ones are gonna go closer to the bottom, and then they're gonna get bigger as they go up. A lot of these are not as small as I'd like them to be, but that's why we got these. I do love the variety of flowers that come in this pack though, because when I made my first one, I just went to Hobby Lobby and bought flowers, and if you don't know, now you know, flowers are very expensive, and it always seems that I go when they're not on sale, so this is a less expensive route to go. Ah! So these don't have wires on them already, so having these floral sticks is very helpful because you can just add them in and then cut them down as far as you need them to be. I'm going to start with one of the mini roses. I'm going to cut it down. I want to leave more wire than I think I need. That is something I learned last time, or actually since I'll do this one right at the tip of the carrots, just like that. So you're just pushing them right in there. And then I'm gonna do a couple more of the small roses and just kind of scatter them around where I did that first one. If it pokes through the back, that is okay. You can just go in and flip it. Let's add a bigger one. Let's do this poppy. I don't know my flowers. I will be very honest about that. So this will go in here, fill in this little gap. There we go. And then you just keep building. There is no wrong or right way to do this, just whatever you think looks best, and have fun with it. I love the different oranges. It gives it more dimension, I feel like. There we go. And you know what? I am probably gonna break into these. Oh. Use the little roses as fillers for where I have spaces that are a little bare in between the medium-sized flowers. You want to be careful with the tip of the carrot because it can break off easily. Ask me how I know. Cute. We can get into some of the bigger ones. These are so pretty. Love the colors. Honestly, this is a much better way than the first way I did it. So glad I waited on the tutorial to give you guys a better option. And who doesn't love a more affordable option in this economy? This box from Amazon was actually perfect. You might need a few more extra flowers than what was in here. Like what I would do is get the mini roses and then this box of orange flowers, with the various types, and I think I would have covered it just fine. I'm actually making this one for my neighbor. After I made the first one and showed her, she's like, let me know when I can pick mine up. So that is what we're doing. We're just gonna be twins with our matching doors. I love it. So like right here, I feel like the colors are kind of too close together. So I'm gonna put this little mini orange rose in there to give it more dimension and break it up, make it more interesting to the eye. There we go. Last rose right here at this top corner. Fill it out. I love it. Okay, so cute. Next, what we're gonna do is add the greenery at the top. I got these at Michael's this time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need one or two, so I got two just in case. So one might be enough, we'll see. So next, I'm just going to stick this down into here. I'll set it back. Be careful not to push the tip again, because it will break off. That'd be so sad if you finish and then that would happen to me though. I just knew it. You know what? I might cut this shorter actually. This is kind of a thick one. Yeah, she's big. Maybe. Maybe not. You know what I might end up doing? I have to just do these separately. A little bit. Oh, there you go. Okay. I don't want to, you could do it however you want, but I think I'm going to do them separate because I don't want to risk breaking the foam by sticking in that massive piece. That was Effie. All right. I'm just going to start placing these in. So I'm going to strip these off the base. Pull off easy now that I've mutilated it. There we go. Okay, a bit. That is all. That's what I don't want, is this thick part. Snip it off. God, it really doesn't want to come off. There we go. Oh, finally. Here's what it looks like with just one of the ferns put in. I'm going to see what it looks like just keeping one in. I'm gonna put a bow around it so it will kind of bunch together and it will hide any imperfections at the top. And then if I need to fill in more, I can always go back and add more. I got this cute ribbon at Michael's. Is there wire in it? Yes, I got the kind that has wire in it so that the bow holds its shape better. Move this over. And now I'm just flipping the bow up to make it nice and full. Now I'm just gonna cut the ends of the bow to be cute. Going to just cut the little tails. So what I do is I fold the end in half, and then where the wire is on the ribbon, so on the outside, cutting at a diagonal into the middle, and that gives you those cute little tails, like that. Here is the final product. It is so cute. What you're gonna do is when you get a door hanger, just put the hook around the ribbon in the back so it will hang on the door just like this. I ordered 2 from Amazon. It was a pack of 2 for like $5, so that will be getting here later today. But I love how this one turned out. I think it's much easier than the first one I did, so highly recommend. It was such an easy DIY to do and get you in the mood for spring. Thanks for watching.